Isaac Anderson here with another episode of Feast of Geeks. I hope you all are ready for tonight's episode. Kingdom Hearts, known to most as the free-roaming RPG that featured both Final Fantasy and Disney characters. But how many of you know the origin of how the game came to be? Well, it originated between game producer Shinji Hashimoto and game designer Hironobu Sakaguchi, talking about Super Mario 64. The two wanted to make a free-roaming game, but said the only way to outdo Mario 64 was with Disney characters. By extreme coincidence, Hashimoto met a Disney executive in an elevator. Originally, the game was supposed to just feature Disney characters, but it was decided that the game would be a failure if they didn't reach for the target audience of Final Fantasy. Hence, Kingdom Hearts was born. It has spawned a midquel, a sequel, several spin-offs, and finally an announcement of Kingdom Hearts 3. Seriously, the spin-offs were getting very annoying. Tonight we will be representing Kingdom Hearts using a food item that was introduced in Kingdom Hearts 2, sea salt ice cream. What you will need for your sea salt ice cream is 2 eggs, cup of milk, 1/3 cup of sugar, 2 cups of milk, sea salt to taste, food coloring, and some vanilla. Alright, you want to separate your egg whites from your egg yolks. Now, you want to beat the egg whites until they are firm. Now, this is going to be a long process, so you can do it by hand, but it's so much easier if you have a mixer. So, we will go ahead and put those in there. Alright, now you want to add your sugar to your egg yolks. And you want to mix these until they are thick and completely incorporated. Just like that. While the egg yolks are mixing, you can go ahead and bring your milk to a boil over a medium heat. Alright, the egg whites are thick. I will show you a little closer up image. Alright, kind of like that. So we are going to move this back into the small mixing bowl because the next step after the milk boils is we are going to bring the egg yolks into this mixing bowl. Milk is at a boil, so let's go ahead and add our sugar and yolk mixture into this bowl. Alright, so what we're going to do is slowly add your milk mixture. Alright, what you want to do after you've mixed it all together, put it back on a medium heat, but do not let it boil or else you will have scrambled eggs. You want to get this to kind of like a custard-like consistency. However, if you cannot get it to that point, just get it as thick as you can. I'm going to keep stirring it to try to keep the temperature down. Alright, so after you've gotten your custard as thick as you can, by the way, I found it easier to just stir it as it gets hot. And then if you think it's getting too hot, just lift it off the burner. Anyway, we got our egg whites in the bowl, so we will go ahead and add our custard to the egg whites, and we will let this mix together. Alright, for the next step, take your sea salt and add a little bit at a time. By a little bit, I mean like a pinch at a time, because you want it to be salty sweet. Because if you add too much salt, you're probably going to have to start over. Probably needs about half a pinch. So I'd say about a pinch and a half of sea salt. Yep. Alright. Now you want to take your mixture and place it in the fridge to cool down. Now that this has cooled down, we're going to add our cream. Our vanilla. Our food coloring. This mixes together. We are going to let this, well, I guess I should say first, I got good news and I got bad news. Good news is, if you got an ice cream maker, just put this in an ice cream maker and just follow the instructions. Bad news is, and kind of some more good news, you can do this without an ice cream maker, that's the good part. The bad part is that you're going to have to constantly stir it once the edges get firm. But regardless, it's still possible, and we're going to do this. But before we freeze it, this is what my mixture looks like. More or less looks like melted ice cream. So we will be right back. Alright, I froze this for about 2.5 to 3 hours. As you can tell, it's a little more soft serve, but it's how I like my ice cream. If you want yours to be a little tougher, then just freeze it a little longer while continuously stirring it. And here you have sea salt ice cream. This is Isaac Anderson saying, "My friends are my power."